Okay, so this is the last part for today. We look at the valuing environmental quality. Actually, there are two sources of valuing environmental quality. The first one is user value and the second one is existent value. So kita tengok dulu the first one, user value. What is user value? Benefit derives from physical use or access to an environmental good. That is user value. For example, benefit of using a lake. What is the benefit of using a lake? If an individual swims in the lake, the person derive utility for any individual utility of its own. And commercial fishing derive user benefit from catching uh, from the lake. So that is what we call it as the user value. Okay. So both example, or both activities just now, sama ada swim physically, dapat physical gain, atau kedua having ataupun ada apa commercial fishing itu akan beri direct user value. So what is direct user value? Both kalau direct user value ni maksudnya benefit gain directly from the environmental activities yang kita buat itu, from the activities that we do. Okay, kemudian kita ada indirect user value. So with the same example, an individual might receive utility from simply looking at the scenery, as simply looking at the view of the lake. So ini kita panggil sebagai aesthetic of lakes, aesthetic ataupun aesthetic of the lakes. Jadi dekat situ kita hanya akan dapat apa? Kita nak tengok quality of lake itu dan memberikan kita pleasure. So itu adalah indirect user value. Okay, benefit derived from indirect consumption of an environmental good. So kedua adalah existent value. So existent value, what is existent value? Okay. So existent value is the benefit received from the continuance of an environmental good. Okay, so that is existent value. Benefit received beyond the utility associated with direct or indirect use. Consumption of the environmental goods does not explain how or why society values these resources. Yet we know that society is willing to pay to preserve them. Contohnya kita tak tahu value of the goods that they consume, tapi kita tahu that they are willing to pay to preserve the environmental. For example, protection or preservation of an endangered animals. Jadi kita nak preserve endangered animals, haiwan-haiwan yang akan pupus, contohnya macam panda, macam kita ada orang utan. So itu adalah spesies-spesies yang endangered, yang boleh extinct. Extinct tu maknanya dia akan boleh pupus. So macam mana kita willing to pay, kita willing to work together with the environmental groups in order to protect these endangered animals. Contohnya kita bekerja dengan National Wildlife Federation. Okay, so according to the Mitchell and Carson, this is done in 1989. So they suggested that the motive for existent value is vicarious consumption and stewardship. So what is vicarious consumption? So it refers to the notion that individual value public good for the benefit it provides to others. So maknanya public good ini kita value bila dia beri benefit ataupun kebaikan kepada orang lain, kepada semua orang. So this suggests that the utility derived is interdependent. Maknanya dia bersangkut paut antara satu sama lain. So which means that an individual can receive benefit from knowledge that others are enjoying the public good. Maknanya dia dapat knowledge daripada orang yang menggunakan public good. Itu adalah contoh vicarious consumption. What about stewardship? Stewardship is a sense of obligation to preserve environment for future generation. So kita nak preserve environment, so apa ni, manusia-manusia di akan pada masa akan datang, anak cucu kita masa akan datang boleh enjoy the goods, the same nature, the same quality of air, the same quality of river and so on. Ya. Jadi untuk dapatkan total value, so total value adalah user value tadi tambahkan dengan existent value. So user value consists of direct and indirect user value. Existent value ada dua, vicarious consumption dengan stewardship. Right, so next class kita akan pergi lebih lanjut, ya, and okay, we will move to approaches to measure environmental benefit. Right, so thank you so much for your time today.